What's up, y'all? This is Carolyn from Noteworthy Media, and I'm here to talk about growing up hip hop. Last night's episode, the show opens up with Bow Wow and BT, and the whole crew. They went to Magic City. You know, they went to make it rain on a few, and so ReeMarkable, which is Easy E's daughter, her and her crew, they show up and they're sitting in VIP. They're having a good time. And Bow Wow sees a young lady that he wants to get to know a little better. And his friends are like, I don't know, man, you just getting out of a bad situation. You might need to wait that one out. He was like, no, I'm just taking it slow. I just want to get to know her, know who she is. So they invite her over to the VIP section to sit with them. So she seemed real cool, you know, like a little young hot girl, like it is for the summer repping. And while Bow Wow was talking to her, we found out her name is Corey. BT talks to ReeMarkable. He kind of thinks she's nice, thinks she's cute, so he wants to get to know her a little better. And he's always like observing that her boyfriend is never around, so he's trying to figure out, are they, going through a rough patch? Are they not together? They just, shacking up, living together, but not really, open relationship type, can mess with other people. So he's trying to be friendly, get to know her. And he asked her about the boot camp, Brad and Dale's boot camp. And he said, you got to audition for that, right? She was like, audition? No, they came to see me perform. They told me I could be in it. I shouldn't have to audition. And if I do, then we're going to have a conversation because I'm not auditioning for nothing. So, I'm, I'm not even going to get into this whole Bow Wow thing because we've already seen how this plays out in real time. I think growing up hip hop actually showed us some future clips, so it's not going to end well. And we already knew, like, Bow Wow, you're not ready. Mentally, you are not ready to be in the type of relationship that you should, that your mother wants to see you in, and your friends, Jermaine, Brad, BT. You're not there. You're still trying to live this thug, cute boy, playboy life, and that life is so played out. And we're all waiting for you to grow up, Bow Wow. So ReeMarkable's boyfriend name is Chevy, and he takes her son to the batting range and her nephew and a couple of his friends, and they're all supposed to meet her there. Well, she was a little late because she hung out with Bow Wow the night before and his crew, and she stayed too late. Then she said she worked, she got stuck in traffic. Like, it was a lot. Y'all know that Atlanta traffic be real. So but they've been together for about 10 years. He seems to be like a nice boyfriend. Like, he has a good relationship with her son. He, from what we see so far, he respectful to her. He knows how a good communication relationship should be. And it's like, now she's trying to live this rock star life. Because we heard him mention, like, yeah, she done made it now, so she certain things are starting to change. So he just urges her to keep the communication going, so they don't have any issues. And she says she's gonna be better at that. So Deb, after talking to Tammy, after talking to Ayana, after talking to Waka, Deb decides to do a little investigation about Brandon. She meets an actual fire lieutenant in Clayton County, and she wants to find out more information. She doesn't ask like specific questions to Brandon per se. She just asks about the program and the things that Brandon has told her. So he asked, is there a training program? So she said, yeah, we do have a training program, but it's only certain times of the year. So she was like, well, are you active in a training program now? And the lieutenant was like, no. And she was like, well, where do you do your trainings at? And she said, well, we do them in the county. And so she said, well, is there a possibility that you could like pre-train somewhere else? And she was like, nope, we train together, all the recruits. When you make it through the application process, it's about anywhere from 15 to 30 recruits in a class, and we all train together. Brandon sent her a video of him and one other guy doing jumping jacks, and they didn't even have on the same shirt. And the lieutenant was like, nah, we all wear the same uniform, kind of like a military concept. And then she said, well, he sent me this video or picture of him driving a fire truck. And the fire lieutenant was like, absolutely not. Recruits never drive fire trucks. And I would assume that even the newly graduated recruits don't drive a fire truck because those big fire trucks, come on, when you're speeding through traffic or trying to make a tight turn or something, you have to probably go through some type of extensive I don't even know, CDL. I don't know what kind of license you need to drive that, but I'm sure you go through some serious training. So it's no way, Brandon. So Deb is really feeling played because she welcomed Brandon into her life. She welcomed Brandon into her, you know, her networking, her club, you know. And Brandon, you got to be the biggest idiot in the world, bro. Everybody wants Deb Anthony on their side. Like, for you to get this opportunity and mess it up, like, I knew it was, my suspicion went up when he wanted to do this fire thing because, like Waka said, first of all, you have to be in tip-top physical shape. I have a friend, a longtime family friend, who is a fire chief, and he's been in tip-top physical shape. He was in the Marines at first. He went to Paris Island, and now he is a fire chief. And you can almost have no meat on your body because, I mean, come on, like they say, you're carrying a 40-pound fire hose up 6 flights of steps. I can't even walk myself up a flight of steps, yet alone carry an extra 40 pounds. So I just didn't understand, like, that was such a drastic career change for Brandon because when he was with Dan, he was talking about doing vocal coaching, and you know, it just, all the signs kind of led to here because when he first tried to do vocal coach with Zanique, when she was on Growing Up Hip Hop, they had friction. Then he tried to do some work with Johnny. It seemed like him and Johnny got along to a certain point, but I think he went off and tried to do his own thing when Deb put him out, or whenever he left Deb's house, whatever, all that happened. He tried to get his own group, and I saw a few other rehearsals from his group that he was working with, and they sound pretty good. I mean, for you know, somebody that's new, fresh, just getting into music, I thought they sounded pretty good. So he should have stayed on that track, and he should have just tied up some loose ends with Deb and came clean and said, like Tammy brought up, have you ever met his mom? Have you ever known anything about his family? Like, why does he keep that separate from us? Like, if Brandon could have made it. Like, you messed up your opportunity, bro. You could have made it. You should have had some serious heart-to-heart talks with Deb and just came honest with her with whatever trials and tribulations you were going through, and just told her the truth. You know, me and my mom don't talk. I'm not close with my family. I feel ostracized. I feel maybe you can mediate something. Like, you should have came at that angle. Eb, that's my best friend now. I'm sorry. Deb gave you the world. The world was handed to you through Deb Anthony. All she had to do was call and say, I'm sending my son over there. Do you know how much validity that carried for you, my nigga? Like, you messed everything up. You messed everything up. You could have had Waka on your side, dog. You could have, because Waka would have loved whatever Deb loved, but you were dishonest and you were deceitful, and they saw right through you, and that's what messed you up. So Deb is really hurt. So she ends up FaceTiming Tammy after the lieutenant leaves, and she tells Tammy, you know, I just got played. I talked to the lieutenant. She said things are not what Brandon said. So Tammy's like, well, what do you want to do? So she said, well, I want to call a family meeting, and we all confront him at the same time. He lied to us at the same time, so we all going to call him out at the same time. So, you know, Tammy's down with it. So Bow Wow BT go shopping. They talk about Corey. They look at some pictures on her Instagram, and, you know, they say Bow Wow claims that he's really taking his time, but come on now. I hate this whole Bow Wow storyline, man. I don't even like Bow Wow on Growing Up Hip Hop, for real, because he's so corny. Like, he really gets on my nerves. Like, he tries to be this thug gangster, but you're a good dude down to your heart, to your core. You're a good dude. You're not built for this. You don't even look right trying to be this player Mac. You know, like, quit it, Bow Wow. I'm sick of this. So anyway, BT just tells him, look, I'm your friend. I don't want to see you go through. I know what you just got out of. I don't want to see you go through that again. So just really chill with her. So ReeMarkable, who I'll interchange with Reese, sometimes they call her Reese. She's in the studio with her friends. They listen to some music. She's trying to write her rhymes and stuff. And her boyfriend Chevy keeps calling her. She send him voicemail, and she finally picks up. And he like, man, what's up with you? I ain't talked to you all day. What you doing? So I just want to talk about that for a second, real quick, because usually the female is chasing the male, the guy, especially when he's an artist. And to see the roles reversed now, it's really hard to find a good guy. I'm not saying there are no good guys out here. I'm just saying it's really hard to find a good guy, because guys usually, it take them a little longer to get it. They usually have to go through a little more heartache and heartbreak and realize this was a real girl. I'm getting too old to keep going through these changes. I'm tired of these girls calling me, chasing me, putting me through all this stress. So usually women, we kind of come out the gate with a whole fantasy of what we want in a relationship. Guys like to play around a little bit longer, and it take them a little bit longer to get it. So the fact that he, is calling her, he's, taking care of her son. I don't want to say like she's neglecting her son, but he's doing fatherly things with her son. I don't think that's her son's father. So that's another layer, And I know she wants to make it, and I know it's long nights and early mornings, and I get it, but we'll have to see how this plays out, because I don't want to judge her yet. I want to wait and see how she's going to react. Maybe she's building us up to this climax, and then she's going to mellow out, but we'll see. So she basically says she's going to try to get, work on her communication, and she's going to let him take her on a date night so they could just spend one-on-one time with each other, because that's really what he's yearning for. He misses her. She's like, I've been with them all the time, and now I'm trying to get out and do this. And 10 years, he got used to that. He got used to you playing music on the side. And now that you really grinding and making connections, because what I'm taking from her is, before she probably was like, I don't want nobody to know I don't want to, let me say it like this. I don't want to get it on the strength of being Eazy-E's daughter. I want to get it because I'm dope, because people know me. But that is to your advantage to use that you're Eazy-E's daughter, because your dad built a lane for you. You don't have to get it out the mud, so to say, like an unknown person. You can kind of use that to your advantage. Like, you got Snoop, you got to use that contact. You got Dre, you got to use that contact. Now you in the A and you building. That's cool. You could still get it on your own merit, but don't not use those avenues to get you to the next level, or to get that mentorship, or to get that, because you can use that. Just be selective on when you use it, and they'll respect you, and they'll vouch for you and say, I didn't do it. I might have gave her a little nudge or something, but she did that work. She was in the studio. She hustled. She got that. They gonna tell it. Snoop is that kind of nigga. He gonna tell it. So, the end of the show, Deb meets Ayana for dinner and tells her everything about Brandon. So they all agree that they're going to have this big family dinner. They go to the family dinner. They sit Brandon down. Ayana she comes in late, so she doesn't want to sit with Brandon. So she gets one of her cousins to move beside Brandon. So basically, Deb starts telling him, I talked to the fire lieutenant. Nothing you told me is true. I confirmed it. They don't even have a training program active right now in Clayton County. And he's like, what? Why'd you go talk to them? Like, no, I am. I'm training now. And so Waka gets upset. He like, look, we ain't got time to play games, okay? My mama been playing games all this time with you. I'm not playing games with you. What's up? And so Brandon like, no, I am. I really am. And Waka like, dude, I will smack the shit out of you right now for lying. I'm sick of you. What's up? You out here in these streets telling everybody you are family. You got our name. We don't even roll like that. Like, we real G's. We don't lie to get clout. And you trying to get clout right now. And that's not how we get down. So Waka get upset. And they cut it before we could see what else happens, but you just hear some rumbling. I don't think Waka actually hit him, but he probably just got up, maybe got in his face, pushed him around or something. But we'll have to wait till the next episode to see what actually happened with the confrontation with Brandon and Waka. So it should start off there. But I'll be back next week to give it to you. Sorry, y'all, I'm a little late. I thought I had put this video out and I was checking. I didn't put out last week's video where Jermaine Dupri threw the skate party and Brad came and Future was coming up. Not Future the rapper, but in the future what's coming up is Bow Wow is facing off with Drea Kelly, which is so whack to me. I'm telling y'all, this like, can y'all just throw the whole Bow Wow away, man? I'm like so over his character. I just cannot stand him. Why are you facing off with a girl? Like, that's so tired. Drea Kelly, because he made a comment that how much he was talking to his mom, and I guess his mom was saying that's terrible what R. Kelly did to those girls and his family. And I think Bow Wow took the position as, well, I wonder how much she got paid to say that. You know, like, it's so tired and through, and we're sick of him. I'm just over him. I wish they would take him off the show and just cast somebody else. He's really not the center of it. To me, Deb is like the central character of everything. Deb, Brad, JD, like, they kind of running it to me. And then you got all these other younger people, you know, to connect with the audience. But I mean, I'm tired of Bow Wow. He's so whack to me. But anyway, we'll be back next week and see what happens. Peace.